Yo, what's good with y'all? Welcome to another episode of TEQCopsKicks. My name is Technic G. Today we have another fresh sneaker review for y'all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Today we're taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG CO.JP in the Midnight Navy colorway. This pair released November 2020 and retailed for $170. I personally picked up this pair from my homeboy DJ Prominent for $160. Shout out to the homie. Much love, bro. Now this pair is dope for a few different reasons. First off, this wasn't just some random new Jordan 1 colorway that showed up out of nowhere. This shoe is actually a retro of a Japan-exclusive release from 2001. Back then, the original Midnight Navy CO.JP was super limited, and over time it became one of those pairs a lot of Jordan collectors knew about, but most people were never realistically going to get their hands on. That's what makes this 2020 version important. It brought back a colorway that a lot of people only knew from pictures, old forums, and collectors' conversations. And on top of that, it came from the early 2000s era when Jordan Brand was starting to branch out and do more non-OG colorways on the Jordan 1. So even though this isn't an original Chicago, Bred, or Royal type of release, it still has real history behind it. As far as the design goes, this pair is clean, but it's also a little different from your usual Jordan 1 High OG. You've got that white leather base, then those midnight navy overlays wrapping around the toe, eye stays, heel, and collar. Then the part that really makes this pair stand out is that metallic silver swoosh. That silver hit gives the shoe a little more personality without doing too much. Another detail I really like on this pair is that bubble wings logo on the collar. That's one of the signature CO.JP details, and it helps separate this shoe from the standard Jordan 1 High OG. It gives the sneaker a slightly more special feel without changing the whole identity of the shoe. You still know it's a Jordan 1, but it has its own lane. The tongue branding is another important detail too, because on this 2020 retro they used Nike Air branding, while the original 2001 version had Jumpman branding on the tongue. So this pair stays close to the original, but it's not a one-to-one copy. It's basically Jordan Brand bringing the shoe back while still giving it that modern high OG treatment. Color-wise, this pair is easy to appreciate. White, navy, and silver is just a strong combination. It's simple, but it doesn't feel boring. The navy keeps it grounded, the white keeps it fresh, and the silver gives it just enough pop. It's one of those colorways that feel clean from a distance, but once you get up close, the details start doing more work. And when it comes to the materials, this pair has a nice mix to it. You get that leather on the base, then those navy overlays that give the shoe a slightly softer look compared to just using all leather. It helps break up the texture a little bit, and that works well on a colorway like this. It gives the shoe more depth. As far as comfort, this is your normal Jordan 1 High OG feel. You do get the encapsulated air sole unit, but overall, this is more of a lifestyle shoe than a comfort first shoe. For sizing, I'd go true to size. I'm personally a size 12. For wearability, I think this is one of those pairs that make a lot of sense for people who like Jordan 1s but don't always want the loudest colorway in the room. This isn't a shoe that has to scream for attention, it's just solid. You can wear this with a lot of different fits, and because the color blocking is so clean, it's one of those pairs that can stay in rotation pretty easily. At the same time, if you're someone who only cares about OG colorways, then this pair might not hit the same way for you. That's really what it comes down to. This shoe is more for the people who appreciate Jordan history a little deeper, especially some of those Japan-exclusive releases and that early 2000s experimental era. Me personally, I think this is a very dope pair to have in the collection. I like Jordan 1s anyway, but I also like when a pair has a little more story behind it than just looking good. This is one of those shoes where the history helps it stand out, and visually, it still holds up. Even though this pair dropped in 2020, it doesn't feel dated at all. This is also the kind of shoe that I think real Jordan collectors can appreciate a little more over time. It might not be the first pair people bring up in a Jordan 1 conversation, but once you know the background, once you know where it came from, and once you start noticing those little CO.JP details, it makes more sense why this shoe matters. Overall, I think Jordan Brand did a great job bringing this pair back. They kept the identity of the original, they gave more people a chance to own a colorway that used to be out of reach, and they did it without overcomplicating the shoe. Sometimes that's all you need: a strong colorway, solid history, and a clean execution. I'm definitely extremely happy to finally have this pair as a part of my collection. I kind of been eyeing it for a while on like StockX and GOAT. It was something I wanted, but you know, other things just kept coming up. I kept copping different pairs. But when the homie DJ Prominent told me he had a pair for sale, I was like, hey man, how much? If it's similar to what I can get it on GOAT, StockX, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up from the homie, because I'd rather give the homie money than some random. But yo, I'm really digging this leather tongue. A lot of people want to keep the nylon tongue the way it is, but I think it's fresh. This leather is really good quality. It's just an overall dope shoe. The Jordan 1, in my opinion, is the greatest sneaker of all time. I'm up to 72 pairs now, you know, with a mix of lows, mids, and highs. But yeah, man, I'm glad to have this shoe for show. This is a dope sneaker, and I'm definitely happy to have it as a part of my collection. Thanks for watching episode 27 of TEQCopsKicks. My name is Technic G. Make sure you thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about today's sneaker. You can also follow me on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and X. Make sure you check out my official website at TEQCopsKicks.com. Keep copping them kicks, y'all. Stay true to yourself. Wear what you like to wear and do what you like to do. Much love. Peace.